Hey, this is Job, and if you're wondering if you read the title correctly, you're right. This is a journal with me, but it is the lazy edition. I'm just gonna show you what I do when I'm too lazy to journal, or if I have a whole bunch of days that I need to catch up in my journal. In this case, I missed 6 days without journaling, and that's kind of crazy actually. That's a lot of days without journaling. So I'm gonna write down the days of the week that I missed in huge block letters with my brush pen, and I'm not gonna make this beautiful. I'm just gonna write it down as fast as I can, and basically I just want to get it on the page, because honestly if I take too much time and try to make the perfect brush lettering title for the spread, it would take me forever, and the point of this exercise is just to get this spread done and to catch up in my journal. And the best way is basically just haphazardly writing the dates down on the spread. You might be thinking that I am writing the days of the week way too large, and that's the point, because I want to take up a lot of space with the date, so I don't have to spend 6 hours writing in my journal about my day. I just want a little bit of space to write down the highlights of the day on the spread. So as you can see, I'm using a rainbow color scheme on the spread, and it's a nice departure from my usual neutrals that I gravitate towards. And honestly, I do this a lot. You might think that I spend hours each day journaling, but that's not the case. There are weeks or days that I'm too busy with work or with traveling or with other things in my personal life, and I just don't feel the need to sit down and journal that for that day. And as you can see, I'm using a blow dryer to dry the watercolor. But as I was saying, I basically don't journal like every day of every week. I sometimes take breaks, sometimes I'm too lazy to journal, and that's okay. That's totally fine. You don't want to hate journaling. It's a great exercise. It's a great way to memory keep, but it shouldn't be a chore. And if you feel like you're pressuring yourself to do it, then just step back and do something like this. Just get it done. The point of this exercise that I'm doing is just to get this spread done and to finally catch up in my spread. One of my tips is just to write about the highlights of your day for that, I guess, that space of the spread. So for that Tuesday, March 7th space in the spread, I just wrote about the highlights of my day, and I'm doing the same with the other little spaces that I've created on the spread. And I'm using matching pens or felt markers to go with the watercoloring that I did. And I originally wanted to use my watercolors for the whole spread, but I don't have a brush pen that's tiny or fine enough to write down the journaling. So I'm using my Tombow brush pens. I'm using the fine point instead of the brush point, and I'm also using that Pilot Kakuno fountain pen that I have. And honestly, I'm pretty much done. I probably did this in maybe 20 minutes, and or maybe less, probably 10 minutes, because I didn't spend that much effort on it, but it still looks pretty cool. I mean, it's not beautiful or anything, but it gets the job done, and it allows me to move forward in my journal, and I can journal about things that are happening more recently, and I can spend more time on that than, I guess, stressing about trying to create the perfect journal spread for each day. And honestly, I was like that when I first started journaling. I would stress about creating a beautiful spread for each day, but that's not realistic. You just need to sometimes sit down and just write, or sit down and just get the spread done. And when you're lazy or uninspired, this is the best way, because honestly this got me out of my rut. And it might not look beautiful, but the next spreads after this turned out pretty cool, and I really liked how they turned out. So I hope you found this video a bit informative. If not, I hope you just enjoyed watching me journal, because I feel bad. I was supposed to have a new video up this week with a regular journal with me, but my SD card reader wasn't working and I couldn't get the footage onto my laptop. So I'm actually using old footage. This is from, well, this footage is supposed to be for an Instagram video, but I might as well use it and repurpose it and create a YouTube video out of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any comments or questions, and I'll see you all next week. Bye everyone.